Okay, in this lesson, we're going to kind of deviate a little bit from the normal type of lessons that we deliver, as opposed to this lesson being a real, what's the word I'm looking for? Is that content delivering or lecture-based lesson, if you will?
Right, instead of actually coming out here and just showing everybody, like, how to generate things on their own.
Exactly. What we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the clip art CD that comes with Motion Builder. This is a very important CD for beginners working with Motion Builder, and not even just beginners, but intermediate people as well, wouldn't you say?
Right. Oh, definitely.
I mean, there's a lot of different things available on this CD that you can employ right away into your scenes. A lot of different types of motion clips out there. There's several different characters. There's textures. There's shaders. I mean, you name it, it's got it.
Absolutely.
So this is a really important CD to get set up, and from this point forward in the VTM series for Motion Builder, we're going to start making use out of a lot of the files that come on the CD.
Very cool.
Okay, so installation is really simple. You throw it into the old CD drive. It will start up. Of course, that's if you have auto start on. If not, you can dig your way down, click set up.
Right.
And then it will begin the installation process. It'll get to the point where it's going to ask you where you want to install it. Just let it install to the default place, which is to Kadara, and then up underneath there is going to be a Motion Builder folder that it's going to want to install it to. For those of you guys out there that are running Motion Builder 4.01 or newer, you'll see that up under Kadara that there is a folder called Motion Builder 4.01, okay, or perhaps newer. And don't worry about that. Just let it go and install to the Motion Builder folder. I'm going to show you how we can set up favorites in our asset browser in just a second. All right, once installation is complete, which, by the way, will take a few minutes because this is almost 650 megabytes worth of stuff. A lot of stuff there. But once it is complete, simply go into Motion Builder and go ahead and set it up in your asset browser so that it's real easy to gain access to the files. You know, Motion Builder is all built on the whole theory of just simple drag and drop. So, of course, you want to make this available as drag and drop as quickly as possible.
Absolutely.
So it's real simple. Now, right now, I've already got a templates folder set up over here, and everything that comes from the Clip Art CD is already worked in. You see, if I come to characters, I've got all sorts of different characters available in here. You'll know by installing Motion Builder, if you've got the PLE, you only get, I guess, it's like maybe 4 different characters.
Yep.
What is it, like Aragorn? See, how will you say that?
Aragorn?
Aragorn, there we go. You get, let's see, the Gremlin comes with it. I believe you get Plastic Man and the T-Rex. Now, you notice here I've got Mr. Roger, I've got the Knight. I've got all sorts of different things now that I can work with, which is really good. Not just that, but as I said, there's a lot of other things we'll look at in just a second. But when you get it installed, you need to make sure that you add a favorite pointing to it. And to add favorites, it's real simple. You just simply right-click in your asset browser and come down to Add Favorite Path. And then from Add Favorite Path, all you need to do is come up and we'll go to My Computer, and we'll simply come down here to, actually, you know what, I set up a special map drive here. So where is that guy at? There it is, temp map. And once you've opened up your hard drive, you've navigated your way down, and I've named mine Clip Art Sample. This is just a quick sample folder with just characters inside it, just to show you how to go about adding a favorite over here into the asset browser. So once you've selected the folder, simply click OK. You'll see that it's now been added. And then if I wanted to, I could simply expand it, and you'll see all the folders up underneath it. And like I said, I've got the characters one already there, and there's all the different characters available. So by default, you get, 15 new characters.
Right.
And, not new. I mean, there's 4 already there, so you get the ones on top of that. But you get a total of 15 characters that you can work with. And, it all works the same. It's, if I want to grab, let's say, Mr. Roger over here and drag him out here, import him. He's got no takes on him. I'll just say no animation. And it's going to take a second to pull it in, but it will.
He's a pretty big character, He's good looking and everything, so it takes a while to call him in.
Yes, older guy, kind of like me.
We got to give him some time to get here.
That's right. He's slowly stepping up to the plate. Actually, we're going to jump up to 50 here real quick, and here it comes, and then we'll jump 2 more times up to 75-ish. There it is, and then up to 100.
Oh, look at you go.
And he makes his presentation in the standard T-stance pose, and he's ready to go. I mean, we can go ahead and come up here to character controls if we wanted to, switch on over to Mr. Roger, and we're ready to start grabbing things and moving them around if need be or whatever. Okay?
Very cool.
Now, and of course, I'm going to go ahead and come back down here to templates now that everybody saw how to go ahead and add a favorite in. I'm going to go ahead and expand templates. And one of the things that you'll find that you're going to get by installing the Clip Art CD that's very important is if you come down to motions, you know that when you're with your default install of Motion Builder, you get some motions, but there's not many of them. But after installing the clip art, I'm trying to think, what do we got? Motions, there's like 200, almost 300 megs worth of motions available.
Wow.
So if I wanted to come down here right now, and I'm going to go up under generic motion, you can see I've got quite a few different things over here that I can grab. If I wanted to, let's just grab kicks real quick and drag and drop and import. I'm just going to import all takes. This will bring in the new skeleton with all of the takes on it.
Okay.
And if you guys remember from the very first VTM, I showed you guys how you could have one character drive another character. So I'm just setting this up real quick just as a reminder on how you could go about doing that. So there we are. Now, again, just bringing in stuff that's available from loading the clip art CD, and now we've got all sorts of really cool kicks here. As a matter of fact, later on in this VTM, we should be looking at how to break all this up into separate takes, but it would be quite interesting to see good old Mr. Roger do that there. So, if you remember back from the VTM number 1, it's just a matter of coming over here to characters, and, you can come down to Roger, and then from Roger you can say, okay, what do we want to control him? Well, I want him to be controlled from another character, so I'll go to character input, and then take my input source, and then drop it down and say, well, from skeleton, which is what was just brought in. And so here we are, okay, and let's see how Mr. Roger looks. Okay, if we wanted to real quick, I'm just going to come up over here and say models only, and all right, so he's ready to.
That is so cool.
Let's go ahead and just kind of back out here. He's pretty healthy, as you can see. Yeah, definitely. All right, and he's got several types of kicks there. Check this out. Here comes a little roundhouse little action.
Oh wow.
Okay.
He's going to take
we got
somebody
some spinning.
on.
Huh? Look at that. Now that's fantastic. All right, so we've got some good stuff to work with.
Oh, you have some fun with that.
The whole idea, though, it's just to point out the fact that you really get a lot of stuff with this clip art CD, and in the future, I don't want to see too many people asking me, where did you get that from? I'm getting it from the clip art CD. Install it, okay? And if you have any problems with the data, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out. So, as I said a second ago, there's a lot of different things that we get. We get audio files. There's characters available. We've got different elements. We've got motions. We've got poses available. It's just a lot of different things, sets. In the end, and here I am, I'm jumping the gun again, shaders, stories, textures, you get the idea, okay?
Right.
You just get a lot more than what you get by default. So get that stuff installed on there, and you should be able to follow along with everything that we're going to do throughout this VTM without no problem at all. So with that, we shall bid Mr. Roger farewell, and I will real quickly go ahead and jump on back up to the top. Let's go and collapse everything just so that everything stays easy to follow. If you want to get rid of a favorites after you've added, just simply select on it, right-click, and then remove favorite path, and it'll be gone out. So now I've got my asset browser cleaned up.
You really got to love that asset browser, too, because it makes it so easy to find everything that you need to run Motion Builder and to do stuff with it.
Exactly. Organization, that's the key.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mr. Roger, we'll see you later, and that's going to conclude the little clip art lesson here. So thanks a lot, guys.